We're here at the first annual Silicon Valley Comic-Con, presented by Steve Wozniak, Stan Lee. We're gonna take a look around. Let's go. At the Silicon Valley Comic-Con with artists, comic creators, cosplayers. That stands for people who love Bill Cosby. I wouldn't lie to you. Here's some Cosby lovers right over there. This girl also likes Bill Cosby.
My name is Steve Sansweet, and I am head of Rancho Obi-Wan. This is the first Silicon Valley Comic-Con, and it combines for the first time geekdom and techdom, which is very exciting for us to be here. We have the world's largest collection of Star Wars memorabilia. But when we were picking items to put in our booth, we deliberately went to find things like 20-year-old floppy disks that held 1.44 megabytes and kiddie computers from 1997, and just to show how the world has changed technologically, as well as a lot of fan-made objects and some of the very early manufactured objects, the first action figures. Yeah, we're in the Guinness Book of World Records. They noted us when we had 90,000 items in the inventory, but explained in the book that we had at least 300,000 items in the collection. We are in Petaluma, California. The tours last 3 to 4 hours because it's all about the anecdotes and the stories and the fun stuff behind a lot of everything. Star Wars really affected me. I saw it before it opened in movie theaters. I was a reporter at the Wall Street Journal, saw it at the back lot of 20th Century Fox before all the hype started, and I was blown away. I love science fiction all my life. Star Wars immediately became my passion. I didn't realize it would change my life for 40 years, but it sure has.
A wax figure of Mark Zuckerberg. Looks just like the real thing, only more animated.
I remember the dinner scene with Crispin Glover. Remember when he was like, remember that? We couldn't, it was like 10:30 at night, and you were delirious, and I was in that makeup, and you couldn't laugh with that makeup, or it would break right here, and then everybody'd have to go home. So I was like this at Crispin. insane.
Sucking soup through a straw and then getting stuck in my yak hair. And who talking to me doing a werewolf movie? I should be doing that Spielberg thing. Little did I know that they had already, at that point, they had already approached Gary Goldberg, the producer of Family Ties, asking if I could do it. And he said he could let me go. So they decided I couldn't do it. And all this was happening, I had no idea. And then around Christmas, Gary called me to his office and gave me this envelope. He said, "This is a script that Bob Zemeckis is doing, Steven Spielberg is producing, and they want you to read it." And he told me the story of how he not let me go before, but he was willing to let me do both things at the same time if I wanted to do it. And he said, "So take the script home and read it, and let me know what you want to do." And I took the script, I put it on his desk and said, "It's the best script I ever read in my life." and within a week I was in a parking lot in Puente Hills with flames running through my legs. And when we did the scene where I wake up in your bedroom, that was when I knew I was on a weird movie. And that was about 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in. We did that. And the movie was strange for me because we'd do a scene and we'd just do my coverage because there's another actor who played in the role before I was hired. And so there'd be a lot of the scenes in the movie that are not me. But that was the first scene that really that we really got to do something in. And again, I take blown away by how big you were and how earnest you were and how funny you were.
I mean, his writing just fit, it just worked. It was so easy, to get into it. I know I had these long, rambling, pseudo-scientific speeches, but the way he wrote them, they made sense.
This works in 88 miles per hour and blah, 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 and all these rules. And so you got to get them out there so the audience can understand them.
You guys, when you're predicting stuff like that, to see some of it actually come true, do you feel like you might have had a hand in making some of that happen? Do you feel a sense of force?
I just know that the movie predicted my receding hairline. Before I had receding hairline today.
They did predict the future. There's a bunch of people wearing those hats and that orange outfit. So they predicted the future, clearly.
Still very youthful? Still feel like I'm back in the 80s? Doesn't look like you guys have aged at all.
I don't talk like that, though. I don't go, Marty.
Who are able to imagine in a realm that we can't even begin to enter, and come up with something like E equals MC squared, which explains so many things and changes science and the excitement of discovery. I just thought, which is what Doc is all about. I mean, he tries things that don't work. He invents an automatic gadget to feed dogs. I mean, it's whatever, but to invent a space-time travel. Just the excitement of having that kind of mentality.
And you did all that falling down and like the double takes, like no one can do that like you did. You were a genius. And then you had your incredible style.
The part two of Lorraine boobs.
Yeah, the Lorraine boobs were very difficult.
What is that when you have to make me get these?
These things! Walk back to the cow!
But they do, I actually have a pair of the Nike Glace Up shoes and they're amazing.
Yep.
They come in handy for people with Parkinson's. Push your button. I was diagnosed in 1991, so that was a long time ago. And I just live my life. It's things come up that are harder to do, or are consistently more difficult to do, because it is progressive disease. I just take note of it and find another way to get around it. And it's like, it's kind of corny, but a thing that I often say is, if you imagine the worst case scenario, and you obsess about the worst case scenario, and it actually happens, you've lived it twice. So I just try to take every day as it comes.
People waiting to see Stan Lee. Don't they know him right here?